What is up, Karatics? Welcome back to Need for Speed Unbound. In this video, we'll be customizing the 2019 Dodge Charger Hellcat. This is going to be the first customization of the Need for Speed Unbound series. So, absolutely awesome car. This car was not available in NFS Heat or any other NFS game for that matter. This is the first time we officially get the Dodge Charger Hellcat in game. Now, in NFS Heat, we did have the Challenger that had the Hellcat body parts that you can put on it. It even added the logo and all that stuff, which was really cool. But this is the first time we ever get the Charger, which is the four-door Hellcat in game. So now, unfortunately, I already recorded this once, and the audio was all buggy. I don't know what happened. It was really strange. The audio and visually, it had like some weird screen tearing and stuff. So I'm just gonna redo it for you guys. So you might see a lot of the parts that are already purchased. Just is what it is. But the prices are fairly cheap. I only did visual customization when I recorded that, and I think I only spent like 18,000, something like that. It was barely anything. So, all right. So let's start off with the. Let me show you guys the body kits. So these are like the like they're basically pre-customized cars is what they are. So you have this one, you got this one, and you got this one. So I mean, this kind of gives you a clue as to the customization that's available on this car. I mean, these are all just pre-customized variants is basically what it is. But all right, on to the body parts here. So let's start off all the way at the top with the roof. You have louvers, for those of you who like that. You got different louvers here, and then you also have these sort of like wings. Very, very weird. Kind of reminds you of like rally car style. I guess maybe if you're going for like an off-road build or something, you can put that on there. Continuing down to, let me go back up here. I don't know why it doesn't go down to windows. There we go. We got windows, so if you want to black them out, you can do that. I'm gonna go somewhere so it blacks out all the windows. I'm gonna go somewhere like here, not blacked out completely. Hood options, you got the stock hood, which is the stock Hellcat hood. Then you got the Scat Pack and RT style hood here, so you can see just removes the vents, which is pretty cool. If you want to go for like that Scat Pack look, you can do that, and then maybe do one of the grill delete upgrades, even though it's part of the headlight upgrade, but you'll see that here shortly. And then here you got the carbon vents added to that hood. And then you have these like wings on the side added on top of that. Very, very weird. To me, these vents just look, I don't know, they look very, very aftermarket-ish. Almost like those fake vents you buy from like eBay or Pep Boys or whatever. Like the stick-on fake vents. I just don't like the way that looks personally. I wish I would have been like painted primary color. Maybe that would have been better. Not sure if you can do it in the livery editor, but anyways, I'm going to keep the stock Hellcat hood there. It would have been cool if they would have given us the option to do the newer, I believe the newer Hellcat hood for the Charger came out in 2020, I believe. It's a more aggressive hood. I would have liked to have seen it as an option here, but unfortunately we only have the old Hellcat hood, which has since been discontinued. They don't use it on any of the newer Chargers, even though the Charger is going to be discontinued soon, the four-door version. But anyways, front bumper, so you got this one, you got this one, and that's the stock there. So it's basically only two. Oh, and then there's also the front bumper removal. So if you want to drive around without a front bumper, you can do that for whatever reason. And it kind of shows too. They did put some detail in here, which is nice. But yeah, this one here, it removes the bottom grill and then also the plastic cover up top. So I don't know, it looks kind of like it broke to me. Like you ran over something or you hit a bird or something and it broke the grill and then it broke the plastic piece. I'm not a fan of the way that looks. And then this one you have, it's basically like a smaller grill, and then the bottom vents, like the way it accents it, is bigger. But I don't know, why would you want to make the grill smaller and make the car look less aggressive? I think that, I don't know, I feel like the stock looks a lot more aggressive, so keep that there. Fronts, oh, missed the headlights. Let's go, maybe we'll do front splitter, and then we'll do headlights and then canards. I'm not a fan of this system, the way it has all the little dots and you go around the car customizing it. I'm not a fan of that because you can mistakenly skip something, or I don't know. I prefer having a list like GTA, or even the Crew 2 did it pretty well. I think they've done it the best out of any game so far for customization. But anyways, front splitters, you got this one. You got this one, which I already bought. I believe it was like 2,000. It wasn't that expensive. You got this one, and then you got all the like flat ones here. So that's those. I picked this one when I had my corrupted video file. So we'll do this one there. Front canards, you got this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I believe these are all just copy and paste for every car. A lot of the parts for customization on these cars do that. For example, the front splitter, the flat ones, this one, and this one, and this, all the carbon ones here, except for these two. These four are reused on like every single car. Same thing with the canards. Almost all of these are reused in different cars. The placement might be a little bit different, but it's the same canards available for every car. So if you want to do that there, it's up to you. Headlights, go here. So you have this, which deletes the grille. It covers the headlights and put these like slats on the headlights, which just looks absolutely strange. And then this is an even wider light bar, and it just deletes the whole headlights altogether. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but I don't know, maybe you're doing like an off-road build or something. I don't know, to me it just looks ugly, so we're not doing that there. Would be nice if there was an option to delete the grille without having to pick one of these, but we don't have that. You do, however, have something that's brand new for NFS Unbound. This was not available in Heat, at least not to my knowledge, where you can tint headlights and even color them. So that is very, very cool. I'm sure people are going to be doing a lot of builds with like the race car style yellow headlights. It's very popular, and you could even tint them. So I'm going to tint them a little bit, not too much, because I still want to be able to see the lines. So like that's stock. I think we'll do, I think right about there is fine. Oh, did it save it? Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, it saved it from our first, okay, cool. Okay, front bump, front fenders. Oh, that's wheels, I gotta go up, there we go. So you got this one here, which puts slats on the headlights. I'm not sure why it does that. I guess the creators really like putting slats on the headlights. You got this one, which looks, I mean, it kind of adds the curvature of the headlight there, but the way it cuts off is just weird. Then you got this one, which I guess probably looks the best out of all of them, but the slats in the headlights, I still don't like the way that looks. It does have like a fake vent style thing here, which looks kind of cool. Actually, no, this vent is real. Is this one? Oh, it's the same as this one, but it just adds the louvers on top of the well, the vents on top of the fenders there. Interesting. And then this last one is like the weirdest, ugly looking one. It's just like a random fender there. So it looks like something that people that have like the pickup trucks, when they put the wider tires, they throw those like bolt-on plastic fenders. That's kind of what it reminds me of, or like the Jeeps. I just not a fan of that. Honestly, it would have been nice if they would have given us the OEM wide body. I mean, for those of you who know, a wide body Dodge Charger already exists in real life. Dodge themselves made it, and it looks gorgeous, very well made. And then you compare that to this monstrosity, and it just, look at the tires just fully exposed out front. It just looks like it's very poorly done. I'm not a fan. And the main thing for me is the slats in the headlights. I would have considered it if we didn't have those slats in the headlights, but unfortunately that's there. We'll leave the wheels for last. Let's go to the mirrors. So you have the stocks. Then you have these, which add these carbon fin things on the edge of the mirrors. Very weird. I guess to make them more aerodynamic, but I mean, it just looks very strange. It looks like something you're gonna stab yourself with. Imagine like you're washing your car and then you stab yourself with that. Obviously, it's not real life, but you know what I mean. I do like some practicality in some of my builds, and that just, in realism, that just doesn't look that great. Then you got, let me go back here, you got these options, which these are also, like what I mentioned earlier, these are carried over to other cars as well. Just they copy and paste these mirrors, so like these racing style mirrors. I guess I'll keep it stock there. Side skirts, you have this one, which is larger, kind of extends there. It also sticks out a little bit more. And then you have this one, which I think is really cool. It kind of follows the body line on the doors, and it brings it like a similar variant of it down below. I think that looks really cool. So we'll do that, and I already bought it there. That was 2,000, I believe. Rear fenders. So you got this one, just like same with a copy of the front here. They did a better job with the rear. They kind of followed the curvature of the door. But like, why does it cut? It doesn't go all the way down. It cuts off like really early there. I just don't like the way that looks. Then you got this one. You got this one and this one. And this one also has those stupid slats on the tail lights too. I don't know what's with them and the slats. They really like the slats on this wide body for some reason. And you got the pickup truck ones there. So yeah, all right. Continuing, let's go up top here. We got the spoiler upgrades. So you got the big wangs, all of them here. You got this duck tail, which looks okay, but it doesn't go all the way across. It just looks weird like that. We got this clear one, kind of like a stock car style. Giant wing, and all these different wings. These wings do not, this looks like something that goes on a JDM car, not a not an American car. These spoilers are way too big, but you have all those options there. Then you got a drag wing. This one I can see somebody using if they're doing like a drag build, you know, but yeah. All right, continuing to do tail lights. I guess we'll do the tail lights next. So here you can tint the tail lights, but you can't color them. So keep that in mind. You can tint them out there, which I think is pretty cool. A lot of people do this in real life with the Chargers. However, I already looked in the livery editor and also the all the different tints and all that, and you cannot black out the chrome Dodge letters in the tail light, unfortunately. So yeah, you can't debadge it, you can't paint them black, you have to have them there in chrome. So something you have to deal with there. Now I'm not going to black them out all the way. I do still want to see some of the red on the tail light. So I think right about there is good. So we'll do that. Continuing to rear bumper. So here you can just remove the rear bumper straight up, just like the front. That's hilarious. And they did put the detail on it. I think that's really cool. You can see all the detail they put behind the bumper too. Then this one adds these like fins down here to the stock. This one's really cool. It adds like a diffuser to the bottom section. It has like little fins in the diffuser. I like that compared to the stock, which you can see here. And then this one just adds even more fins. So yeah, all the different fin bumper upgrades there. This one's pretty cool, the diffuser, which I already bought, so we'll do that. I already changed the plate too at the rear bumper. So I already put my Hellcat on there. We'll just change the background to, where was it? This game's pretty cool though. It has all like the state license plates, which I think is really cool. So I mean, pretty much all of them are here, all the U.S. license plates, which is very, very sick. For those of you who want to maybe even the Florida plate, look at that. That's hilarious. So for those of you who want to do that, make it look like more like a real life car, you can do that there. I'm gonna put my NFS one here. Got the white and red there, and then the license plate frame. You got all the different frames here. Most of these again are carried over from NFS Heat. So we'll do that. Continuing to go back here to diffuser. So you got all these different diffuser upgrades here, which is kind of weird because the other bumper upgrade was a diffuser upgrade, but then you also have diffuser upgrades, which is weird. But anyways, here's all the different diffusers here. Bit too excessive for my taste. I kind of prefer the subtle diffuser we had from that other upgrade. The only one that I kind of like is, let me see here, where was it? Let's see if I see it. Where'd it go? This one. This one looks pretty good, but I don't like how far it sticks out. You can see it sticks out there a bit too much, at least for my taste. So yeah, we'll keep the one that we got before. Exhaust. So you have this one, all these different variants here. Now the dual exit is nice. It looks pretty good. However, I think it just sticks out too far. Like that's way too excessive. if you can hit your leg with it walking by it, it sticks out too far, and that's I think that's an example of that there. So I'm gonna do this one. It's basically like a bigger version of the stock. I think it looks pretty good, and it sticks out a tiny bit more, but not too much. I think that's fine, so we'll do that. And we already did the rear fenders on the other side. Make sure I got everything here. Side skirts, mirrors. Okay, so wheels. Now it's time for the wheels. So for this, we're gonna go to edit rims, and then we're going to put, I don't know if it's saved the ones I used in the other video. Let me see here. Probably not. Ah, it was these. Yeah, it did save them. Cool. And it saved the color too. Look at that. Save some time. Wow. So these wheels come in, you can see the preview photo. They come in like I think it's gray and silver. And I did them in sort of like a goldish bronze color, kind of like the Brass Monkey wheels on the original Hellcat. And I think it also saved, yeah, it saved the size and everything. Now it says 22 inch, but if you compare it to, supposedly this is 20, but if you compare the tire profile and everything from the front to the back, you can see that it's actually not a true 20-inch wheel. I believe that's a lie. I think this is more along the lines of a 20, but yeah, I think the 22 looks the best, so we'll keep that there. Tires. So if you want to change, if you want to do tire lettering, you can do that, but you have all these different available tires here. I mean, there's a bunch, so a million different tires, and then each one does have tire lettering optional on it, which is pretty cool. So depending on what you want, and these are based on real life tires as well, which I think is cool. Off-road, the R888R is, oh my god, that's awesome. Now obviously you don't get a performance benefit, but these are used in real life. They're one of the higher performing tires for like crazy 1,000 horsepower builds and stuff in real life because they hook really well. But yeah, that's pretty cool there. And all these different ones. I think I might go with the Proxes. I think I might go with these TQs. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like the way that looks. Edits brake discs. So you got ceramics, ceramic grooved, all these different variants here. And again, no performance. There's no performance benefits to anything in this customization category. Only when you go to the actual performance category is when you get the performance benefits. So everything here is just visual. So keep that in mind. To me, I mean, you barely see it anyways. I'm just going to keep it stock. There's really no reason to spend extra money on that. Brake calipers. This is really cool. So in the past, in like NFS Heat, for example, you weren't able to change the brake caliper color. So you'd have to actually buy one of these to change that. But now you can actually paint any of these, including the stock. So if you go here to primary color, you can see that changes. And even cooler, if you go to secondary color, it actually changes the decal, the Brembo decal color. I think that's so cool. That detail is absolutely amazing. I think this is probably the first game that allows you to change the decal on the brake caliper. That's pretty impressive. But I wanted it red with the white logo anyways, so I guess that worked out there stock. So let's go ahead and copy that over to the back. So unfortunately you have to do this. Let me go here, do it over. I wish there was an option to do like one button front and rear for like every single spec, brakes and all, but it is what it is. I know there's an option to do that for the wheel color, but not the other options. This is a 22, right? Okay, perfect. even though it's not really a 22. But anyways, brake disc, that's perfect. Calipers we will reuse. We just gotta put the Toyo, there they are, the TQs, perfect. Alright, now the only thing I'm noticing, because when I did these wheels, I had painted them satin. They look gloss now. Let me see something here. Pro. Oh no, they're still satin. Okay. Make it a little bit darker. To a little bit. There we go. Because in here with the lighting, anything you paint in here, it looks a certain way. But then when you go outside, it will look brighter. So yeah, keep that in mind. I think we'll go there. There we go. Alright. So boom, that's done. Sick. Okay. Here we got ride stance. So if you want to lower it, you can do that. But all those different options there. You got the camber if you want to do that too, and camber rear. Got all that stuff there. I think we'll definitely lower it. I don't know if we should even raise it too. That's funny. Stock was here, so slammed, it does camber the front wheel. I think we'll go right about here. I think that's a nice clean look without having too much camber on the front. Okay. Go here to paint and wrap. Now I did make a wrap already. So if we go here to my library, I did an octane red style color with a satin black hood, a satin black rear spoiler, and the side skirt to match the front in that gloss black. So I think that looks fantastic there. Boom, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the way that turned out. That's to save time for the video so you guys don't have to see me going through the editor for like 10 minutes doing all that stuff. But continuing here to driving effects, you of course have all the different smoke tire effects. If you want the most, I guess the least cartoonish animated one, you can go with the cloaked. Then you got all these different options here. You got the vanity items, you know, horn, underglow, all that stuff. This one's pretty cool though. They have an ASAP Rocky horn. Listen to this, it's hilarious. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. That's so funny. But I mean, you rarely ever use a horn in this game anyways, so kind of more like a gimmick. Then you got the air suspension if you want to do that. Exhaust sound, this was carried over from NFS Heat as well, so you can change the sort of like aggressive to smooth note. Then you got the tone, so it sounds a bit different. Then you got the, well I think this is for, yeah, this is for the tone. And then this is for the overrun, so more flames and pops and all that. So depending on how you want that, you can do that. I think I'll put it right in the middle, keep it there. Forced induction, so this is basically your ability to make the supercharger quieter or louder. That's the main reason for this one. So there you can hear it in the background. And here you can't. Here you can't hear it at all, basically. So I mean, I want to hear that supercharger all the time, so I'm going exposed there. And that's all the options there. I do want to keep this option and this one about the same, you know, for the way it sounds like stock. So we'll keep that there, and then forced induction on max. Okay. Continuing to performance, you got these different engine swaps here if you want to do that. If you want to take out that amazing supercharged Hellcat engine. Ooh, they made a mistake. They made a mistake. The supercharged Hellcat engine is a 6.2. It's not a 6.4. The 6.4 is for the Scat Pack engine, which is naturally aspirated. But then when they made the Hellcat engine, they actually de-stroked it to 6.2 liters and then added the supercharger on top. So that's incorrect there. And you can see the max power we can go is just under 1100 if you max everything out with the stock engine. So I do like how they show the potential horsepower there. That's very useful. And of course stock 707 horsepower. And then here you can max out these parts if you want. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys want me to max this out for every car build. For this one I'm going to keep it stock because I mean this car has a ton of power already, and I do want to hear the way it sounds and drives stock and feel the way it drives stock. Sort of like my first impressions there. So all of this will keep stock. Handling, here you can, you know, fine-tune all that stuff there. You can even turn off brake to drift, so that's nice. Oh, back in here, handling, perfect. And that's everything there. So, alright, let's take it for a drive. Let's go. So I have to map something to exit, so there we go. Oh yeah, absolute beauty. Oh my god, yeah, that's gorgeous. That came out super nice. Now let's hear how it sounds from here. Okay, you can definitely hear the supercharger. Sounds fantastic. Now let's try in this view. I'm excited to do this. Let's see. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus! They hit the nail on the head. I have a Hellcat in real life, and this is identical. It sounds like it has one of those like cold air intakes. Oh my god! Jesus. Okay, how does it sound in this view? Not the same. Actually, it sounds better in this view. That is so sick. Oh my god, I love that. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably build this one up later with the performance mods. Use the nitrous here. Oh my, I can listen to that all day. That would never get old. And the exhaust note sounds good too. What an absolute beaut. I'm super happy with the way this build turned out. Let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, you know, I didn't throw all the crazy and wild, you know, riced out parts, you know, on this car. I like to build stuff the way that I would like it in real life, you know, if I was building it. Not so much something that's very, like, cartoonish and, I don't know, just kind of rice, in my opinion, obviously. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. This thing, absolute beaut. Obviously, the handling is as you would expect. It handles like a muscle car. Big boat gang. That should be my plate, not Hellcat. It should just be SOS something. But anyways, guys, oh, look at that in the sun. Yeah, the color I did for this is the Octane Red. Might have to go a bit darker. That interior, that garage where you customize the stuff, it plays tricks on you, man. Everything looks darker in there because of the lighting. Then when you take it outside, look at how bright this looks. My wheels were a lot darker than that, for those of you who remember. So that's gonna make them even dark. Here you go. You can see the difference here in the shade. Direct sunlight. Yeah, the lighting in this game, man, that color came out really good. Look at that color in the light. Jeez. Wow. Well, guys, definitely let me know what car you guys want to see me customize for these future customization videos for NFS Unbound. I'm probably going to do the Corvette C8 next. Let me know what you guys think down below. Oh, I forgot to mention, the headlight tint also transfers to the side markers. I forgot to mention that. But they're not separate, so, you know, you have to do them together. Yeah, and the same for the rear as well. I forgot about that. So that's a nice touch, too. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.